Hello, everybody. I'm sick right now, so mind my voice. But if you don't know, I'm currently in a production of the SpongeBob musical, and I was doing some searching for something related to the musical, and I found this website. I'll link the website in the description, but it's watchspongebobmusical.cards.co. And at first glance, this is a normal website. It seems like just a slightly outdated website talking about it gives a little summary and shows places you can watch the pro shot. However, um, this is crazy. Yeah, there's this huge block of text at the bottom, made by the website host, and it's kind of hilarious, so I want to read it. I've only skimmed it so far because it is a huge block of text, but I wanted to share this because I think it's a very interesting internet find. And again, I will link this website in the description. So it says, I don't know that much about musical theater. I've probably seen, well, like actual stage productions performed on a stage, I've probably seen maybe 4 in my entire life. 5, maybe. So, I'm no expert on this subject. I don't know much about the field or when I see a musical. Uh, I don't know much about the field or when I see a musical. I don't know what that means. I'm no expert on things like composition or set design, or when I see something in a stage play, I can't compare it very well to other things. The wording of this section is really confusing. I don't know. Like, maybe what was borrowed, what has been done before, what's new and innovative. I can't speak with any authority on those technical aspects of the genre. But does that mean I can't have an opinion on something like this? No, of course not. Because to me, art is not about technical execution. Appreciation of art does not depend on your knowledge of the genre or of the medium. I generally agree with that. I do think people who are more knowledgeable, their opinions are maybe more well educated and maybe mean more, but I do think everybody is entitled to their opinion on anything. It's been said before that you don't, there's a lot of typos here. It's been said before that you don't have to be a great chef, you don't have to know how the food was made, you don't have to be a master chef to taste a meal and say I like or don't like it. It's all about taste, it's all about, how does it make you feel? So, with all that said, I'm here today to tell you that SpongeBob the Musical, it's not called SpongeBob the Musical, I'd like to point out it's called The SpongeBob Musical, is a joyous fucking romp that made me feel alive again after years of numbness. It was like waking up out of a fucking stupor. I don't know what the costume design and other musicals were like, but I can say to me that the color design, the bright cerulean, the bright teal of Squidward during his fucking legendary tap dance number against those pink anemone, I still don't know how to say that word, dancers blew me away and was visually stunning. Like a minimalist costuming that doesn't really try to make the characters look like SpongeBob characters, but just suggests them, with like SpongeBob in his sweater vests and Patrick in his pink Hawaiian shirt and Squidward with his teal wig, just does a perfect job of letting you know that these are the characters that you know and love, but giving them a fresh spin and making it easy to buy into these versions, these humans, dancing, singing, acrobat versions of the characters as like a fresh new take on the whole fucking thing. Guys, I think this person liked the SpongeBob musical. I can say that every time a character would whip their head to one side and you'd hear the sound effect from the show of the whoosh sound of them turning their heads along with a light displaying a background of like lines whizzing across to make it look like action lines, like the characters like whooshing around, really felt like the show, but also just felt like inventive fucking use of the space and use of the stage to convey the action of the moment. There are a lot of typos in this wall of text. I'm going to generously believe that this person is either quite young or English is not their first language, which is why I'm not like making fun of them. However, it does make it a little bit hard to read. That when Squidward with his incredibly cool fucking double legs on his little 4-leg contraption there, walking around tap dancing on 4 fucking legs, makes his little tentacle squish, squish, squish sounds with every step. Just fucking, it made me smile every single time I saw it and heard it. Take a shot every time this person drops an F-bomb. That every time a colored spotlight showed on the stage to change one thing into another, like changing the movable couch, changing the shape, changing couch in... What? changing the shape-changing couch into a bubble by light shining a blue light on it. That every time that happened, I think it only happened once, I was fucking like stunned and I just wanted to say yes. Yes, they fucking did it. This feels incredible. That when a scene change would happen and everything would go dark and then suddenly you'd be in SpongeBob's fucking house a second ago and then it's dark and then a second later the stage opens up and you see like the fucking acid green sky like projected in the background and suddenly we're out in the world or it's just a pile of boxes illuminated red and it feels like we're climbing up a fucking mountain and these boxes are like falling around and being climbed up and spun around and suddenly we're on a fucking mountain and we're singing and we're dancing and we're doing fucking acrobat moves as we clamber up a fucking mountainside that moments ago was, I don't know, the fucking public pool in Bikini Bottom. It just felt, it's indescribable that the script managed to work in callbacks to the show in natural ways. Like when someone drops something off stage and a character says, "My leg!" But the script never bent over backwards to shoehorn them in. That it had the fucking restraint to wait until the very end to sing the SpongeBob theme song. That the Best Day Ever song only comes right at the very end at an emotional moment when it has the most impact. The callbacks and the references and like the recycling from the show was used somewhat, but it was used perfectly and with great restraint and at a moment when it would have the maximum effect. It was perfect. Now, I would not personally describe the SpongeBob musical as a perfect show. But I'm glad this person found so much joy in it. That it feels true to the show without just feeling like an episode of the show put to stage. It feels like its own thing. The script was written specifically for this format. It feels like a movie in scope. It's like a high stakes kind of scenario for SpongeBob, but it just plays out all across Bikini Bottom in all these different locations, and the set design just works every single time. This all has been a rung-on sentence, it feels like. Makes you feel like you're going all over the place and seeing, experiencing the full range of what the show has to offer, but in fucking new, sorry, and vibrant and dynamic and novel way that's just a fucking joy every single time. I guess all I'm trying to say after like a novel length is that even though I don't know dick about musical theater, all I know is that the SpongeBob musical, they said it right the second time. This was definitely not proofread, which is okay, because this seems like it's somebody's personal website about the SpongeBob musical. The SpongeBob musical made me laugh and made me feel joy and awe and surprise and delight and nostalgia and just fucking wonderment. It was just a beautiful performance. It's a Huh? Is this person German? That looks German. What is this? A work of art. Okay, this person might be German, which would explain the English. Total work of art, ideal work of art, universal artwork. Okay, so just like it was very artful and good, is what they're saying. Can you fucking believe it? I can't fucking believe that I'm sitting here telling you the SpongeBob the musical. They said it wrong again. Is not only a great piece of SpongeBob media, but just a great musical in its own right and of itself. But it is. It's the full package. It's worth experiencing. You need to experience it. Go fucking find it by whatever means necessary. If you don't watch SpongeBob the Musical, you are missing the fuck out. I could sit here and tell you about every little thing that happens in the story and every little moment and character and decision made in the portrayal of the story that I think is fucking great and genius and just the coolest thing ever, but I won't. Just fucking go find it. Go watch it. Come back here, tell me what you thought, and fucking agree with me that it is the greatest show ever put to music, or I'll kill you. I will fucking kill you. I will obliterate you. I will rain holy hellfire down on you and erase you from existence. Your avatar will fucking dissolve on the battlefield if you try to face me on this. This is my hill to fucking die on. I will defend the SpongeBob musical, they said it wrong again, to the death. If anybody tells me that that's gay, if anyone says that it's dumb or cheesy or whatever, I will say, get right the fuck out. Get right the fuck out of this existence. I'm fucking banishing you to a lower dimension. To a lower dimension with lower dimensional spirits to be devoured by them with your low Christ consciousness. I will end you. Okay, I've gone off the rails a little bit. You think? I didn't mean to lose my temper right there. I didn't mean to get nasty. We're talking about SpongeBob, and SpongeBob is a nice guy. SpongeBob wouldn't say things like that. What would SpongeBob do, Ben? Okay, yes. I encourage you. I cheerfully encourage you to go and watch SpongeBob the Musical, and then come back and let me know what you thought. Let me know if you're glad. Let me know if you're glad that you did. I think you will be. Okay, Bye, fuckers. I need this printed out and hung on my wall. This follows the same format as a Brian David Gilbert Unraveled episode, where he starts off, passionately talking about the thing, gets more and more passionate, freaks out, and then calms down at the end. And then down at the bottom is a Google Drive link. I'm not going to explicitly say what that link is. I'm sure you could probably guess. But yeah, holy shit. This is my new favorite website ever. Yeah, I just wanted to share that because I think it's really funny. I don't know who Ben is or how to tell him that you watched the movie or that you've seen the musical or whatever. Ben, if you're out there, I hope you're doing well. This made my day. Anyways, with all that said, I hope you have a lovely day. Comment below if you liked the SpongeBob musical, but don't comment if you didn't like it because then Ben might kill you. I'll see you whenever I see you again. Goodbye.